What's up, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and we're here today with Espathra EX. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, but I don't really know, so I'm just going to be calling it the Psychic Bird thing for the remaining of this video and going forward in the future, because I've really no clue. I think it's Espathra, but that sounds kind of dumb, and I don't like it. So anyway, this card has the Psyball attack, so for 30 damage plus 30 more for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. It's very, very similar, or it's actually pretty much the exact same attack that Mewtwo EX used to have a long time ago. And it also has the Dazzling Gaze effect, which, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost one more. So what we're going to be doing is using this and pairing it alongside the Pokemon League headquarters, making it so your opponent's basic Pokemon in play cost their energy requirements is one more, which can really shut down a lot of your opponent's Pokemon between needing 2 extra energy in order to attack with. Things like Iron Hands go from needing like 4 energies to 6 and things like that, so it can really help shut off your opponent's deck pretty easily, and we can hit for big damage thanks to the fact that our opponent has to stack energy, and we can just keep kind of attacking, even if they only have like 1 or 2 energies attached and they can attack, we just hit for 2 shots most of the time. We pair this with Natu because of its ability that we're allowed to attach basic psychic energies and then draw 2 cards. So really the main goal of this deck is just to get your end board set up with like 2, maybe 3 Xatus, but typically 2 Espathras, and then whatever, like Jirachi or Manaphy, whatever you need to kind of protect your bench from there, or like a Mew or something like that. You can do 3 Xatus as well if you want. The way that we're going to play this is that we just run a whole bunch of Psychic Energies to be able to draw with Natu. We run a Rigid Band to be able to keep our Psychic Bird things alive a little bit easier, make them at a bit of a higher health total. We use Colress Experiment to help find the pieces that we're looking for, get our end board up as fast as possible. Then once we have that, what we can actually do is we can Crushing Hammer away critical energies that we need to stop our opponent from attacking, because even if it's a little counterproductive, like we're going to be doing less damage because we hit them with Crushing Hammer, really what we want to do is just stop them from being able to attack. Even if we have to look for 2 shots, it's not as big of a deal if they're not able to do anything either. And then we're just going to look to Judge and Iono them after the fact, just to make it so their hand, they don't have a hand to work with, they don't have energies to work with. We're just pinging them away and going from there. And then obviously Boss and Capture Catcher, just to kind of get to what we're looking to do. We also play Jet Energies to help get ourselves into the active. We don't play a regular switch in this deck, though if we wanted to, you could just cut the Capture Catcher for a additional switch, or if you don't like the Crushing Hammers, you can cut those for a switch as well. But yeah, that's the list, guys. Definitely let me know what you think of the list. I've seen some people run the regular non-EX Psychic Bird thing with the Tulip supporter. I think Tulip's actually pretty good in this deck specifically. It helps you get your Xatus back and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of the list. Definitely know what you guys are playing and how all that's going for you so far in the new set release. And I'll see you guys in the game. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of YouTube stuff. And I'll see you in the game. Peace. All right, we're into the game. We're going to be going first. We open the Flittle and Manaphy. I'm going to end up putting Manaphy into the active here, just so that way if our opponent is playing like something like Roaring Moon potentially, or something just that's going to be hyper aggro, we're in a position that we'll kind of be able to set up a little bit early. So we're actually going to hold off on the Pokemon headquarters, just because they're not going to attack this turn anyway. Nothing's really going to happen here. So we want to encourage them to put energies down, as well as we want the ability that if they play down like a Pokestop or something like that, then we can always bump it with our Pokemon headquarters. They grab the Irida. If they do Rare Candy Excalibur, okay, so they already have Rare Candy in hand. We're gonna Lugia V. I mean, that's awesome art, and I'm happy everybody has it now, but why? Why are they playing that? Oh, they're just playing it to be able to draw cards. I mean, that's not terrible. I don't really agree with it, but I don't think it's wrong. We'll grab ourselves a second Natu here. We'll lay down the headquarters just in case, and we're gonna Iono the way their Excalibur and draw ourselves a new hand. Alright, cool. What we're gonna look for is a Xatu, so we're gonna get rid of this and this. Grab ourselves the Xatu now. Evolve into that. Then what we can go ahead and do is Clairvoyant Sense. Place that down, draw 2. We don't really need this anymore. We'll Fog Crystal. I think we Fog Crystal for Mew here. Place that down and then pass our turn. And the reason why we want to do this is because we're going to judge on the next turn. Okay, so they're on Skater Spark still. A second Jet Energy. They're on 4 Jet Energy. I don't really agree with that. There's an Energy Retrieval for the 2 water. This is definitely interesting. I mean, I think the Lugia V is like a cute idea, like just being able to discard and draw and stuff like that. So they are playing the Archeops part of it. It's like half Mew or half weird. All right, we're gonna go ahead and judge again. Just limit them down. And now we're in a position here where we're actually just going to go ahead and Jet Energy ourselves up to the front. We can Nest Ball here for a new Flittle. And then what we can do... How much damage are we actually going to do? 180. So we'll Crushing Hammer here because we're not going to knock them out anyway. Alright, it didn't matter. But the main goal of what we wanted was to be able to lower our hand to restart. Perfect. So we have another. Now we can attack for 180. Because the whole thing is, like, we weren't going to one-shot anyway. So if we could have removed one of the Jet Energies to stop them from being able to draw, that would have been ideal. But we could not. That being said, it really doesn't matter. There's 1 energy, another Frigibax. We've been able to really disrupt them. Like, I can see the strategy here of the, you know, ability to discard and, you know, get yourself new hands and stuff like that. We're just gonna Iono again. Get ourselves a new hand. Little Rigid Band here. And now everything's coming full circle, so we're going to be able to attach onto the Flittle. Get ourselves new cards. Evolve. And then what we can do here is, again, just place that down. One of the things that we do want to do is just make sure that we don't actually use all of our Ionos in Judge, because what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up, like, decking ourselves out on accident just due to the fact that we draw so heavily. So I want to make sure that we still have some. We still have a Judge left. So good. So then when we get our Judge, we just hold on to it and kind of keep it rocking that way. So we'll Sideball here. Knock that out. Take the 2 prizes. There's the boss's orders, so we can knock out a Frigibax if they build one. Or the Excalibur, rather. It's definitely weird. I could see running just the V potentially, like the Lugia V. Like, I could understand that, but I really disagree with running, like, the Archeops and all that. I really don't think the Lugia V is that great either, but that's a, you know, topic for another day. We'll pull up the Chien-Pao here. Then what we'll do is we can Clairvoyant Sense. Just start building up the Psychic Bird thing in the back. We'll go ahead and drop the headquarters down. Then what we can do here is we can actually retreat, get rid of the Jet Energy, bring in our other Psychic Bird thing, and we're short 1. That's annoying. We're short 10 damage. I thought we had enough. Mistakes were made, but it is what it is. Shouldn't matter. Hopefully not. I'd really prefer not to get knocked out here. That would be super not ideal. But it is possible. Retreat. None of that. Alright, so we'll just boss it back up. It looks like we really disrupted them from all the, like, using Iono every time they added cards into their hand, using the Judge, like, all that kind of stuff. So that part of the deck actually, like, was pretty effective, but I also think that having the Lugia cards just kind of prone them to bricking harder. Which obviously is not great. So we're just going to boss this back up. Take the easy knockout. Take 2 more prizes. And put it in a position where... cool, we got another headquarters. Pretty much put it in a position where we don't really care if they are able to make another Chien-Pao or whatever. Or even, you know, another Lugia V or what V-Star, rather. Since we can just kind of use our other Psychic Bird thing that's already on the bench and just bring that in for the knockout. Yeah, so that's going to be game. I really disagree with their deck. I don't think it was very good, but we did get to kind of show the potential of what we can do and kind of the setup for it. So I'm okay with that game. I'm happy with it. But yeah, that was game 1. We'll go into game 2 in a second. See you there. Alright, we're in game number 2. We're going to be going first. Our opponent has Squirtle, Sleeves, and Bulbasaur, not Bulbasaur, and a Blastoise coin. The Blastoise coin was pretty cool. I'd actually want one of those. So we'll see what they're playing. There's a Quaxly. Quaxly is such a cool card that sucks. Or, not that it sucks. I guess I should expand on that a little bit. Quaxly is a super cool Pokemon. I think he's awesome. He's my favorite starter out of the 3. But his final evolution, I can't remember the name of it, is absurdly ugly. Like, it is awful. Alright, well, that really sucks. It's not what I wanted at all. There's Xatu. We will Colress experiment. Find ourselves this, and this for now. But yeah, the this thing is ugly as all hell, and I really don't. Or that thing's final evolution rather is ugly as all hell, and I really don't like it. We'll get rid of this. Grab ourselves a Psychic Bird thing. We'll attach the energy. We'll play down Mew. We'll restart. Get ourselves one more Natu. We will attack for 90 and put this thing out of its misery. Stop it from evolving into something so abhorrently ugly. You know, we love you as you are, Quaxly, but unfortunately you become very ugly. All right, that was a sad game too, of mostly me just roasting the hell out of whatever the hell the name of this thing evolves into. Both stages are ugly. He goes from such a cool, sweet dude with an awesome pompadour haircut, looking like the Great Gatsby, and then he just becomes abhorrently ugly, which is depressing. But all right, we'll go into game 3. Probably do a game 4 because this one was 6 seconds of nothing. All right, see. All right, we're into the next game. The recording started and then got like bugged out, so I had to restart it. So we're into the game. We open up Mew and a Natu. Our opponent's going first. They have Slowpoke. That's cool. Not totally sure what they're playing yet. Based on this Zamazenta, I would assume it's some sort of Gardevoir build. Like, I'm not sure. That's interesting. I'm definitely curious now. There's a boss. That's kind of cool, I guess. We'll crystal for a Flittle. We can Nest Ball here. Get ourselves a second Natu. I have no idea what their thing will do, so I can't really go ahead and just start placing down like Jirachis and stuff like that yet. We'll Iono here for a new hand. They'll get a new hand too, but it's like they already started drawing stuff, so. As a whole, this is actually not a bad hand. We'll be able to set up a second Flittle. We can hold these for now. And we can enter turn. I don't think we'll get knocked out on the next turn. Unless they're playing... unless they're playing, like... what is it? Galarian? Slowking? Like, maybe that could be an issue? I'm very curious to see what I'm even playing against. Like, I really don't know. I can't recognize this deck. Side note, though. Has anybody else noticed this on the letter? Oh. That could be cool in this deck. Slowking EX. What is this going to do? A Wise Headbutt for 130. And that's pretty interesting. I don't feel like that's super good, though. Yeah, so it's going to Wise Headbutt for 130, get themselves 2 cards. I won't be able to reshuffle them. So whatever it is they grab would be good for them. What we can do here is we can Xatu, place that down, Ultra Ball away these 2, get myself the Psychic Bird thing, and then restart for 2. And go from there. Alright, so I think that's going to be the play. But we can Clairvoyant Sense first. Put the energy down, see what else we're able to find. We found another energy, so we're going to hold off for now. We'll discard the Jirachi, I think, and the Headquarters? Actually, I think we discard the Rigid Band. I feel like that's not going to be as important. So we'll get rid of those 2. Grab ourselves the bird. We'll place that down. Place the Headquarters down. We'll manually attach the energy. Restart for 2 more. There's a Crushing Hammer. We can play that down. Cool. We can remove this. And then we'll Colress experiment. We can grab ourselves another energy. We'll grab ourselves the Colress and the Flittle. Do we already have another Flittle? We already have that. I think we keep the Iono. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then, yeah, so we can just go for the 2-shot here. And they shouldn't be able to attack us on the next turn anyway. Since now it's going to cost them an extra energy. So 2 more. Sorry about that. They shouldn't be able to do anything. I mean, they can... What is this? Profound Knowledge? Oh, it's so annoying if we get confused and start, like, hitting ourselves. That'd be so frustrating. Though we have the Jet Energy already in hand, so if we find a second Psychic Bird thing, we can actually just manually attach the energy, Jet Energy, and then be fine. Alright, so I think that's going to be the play. We don't want to Iono them and get them a new hand anyway. I meant to talk about... Oh, perfect. So there's our Psychic Bird thing. What we'll do is we'll Colress here, look for another Xatu. Perfect. We can grab ourselves the Nest Ball. Let's just do double energy. I think that's the right play to make. That way we can just keep drawing with Xatu, and then we have an Iono in hand, so if we, like, get close to accidentally, like, decking ourselves out or something, we can, just go and... Perfect. Alright, so... We Jet Energy here into the active. Clear that, hit for 180, knock this out. Take double prize cards. Then what we can do... Cool, we got another Natu. Then what we can do is, on our next turn, we can knock out this Mimikyu by just going double Xatu play onto itself. And then manually attaching... an energy, then discarding 1... to put this back into the active. Though we could also just look for like a boss or something. That's also an option. But for now we'll Clairvoyant Sense. So we'll do 1 onto this one. There's a Jet Energy, so we could also just do it that way. We'll manually attach onto this one. Stay on there. Okay, cool. So there's a Rigid Band, and there's the boss. So what we'll do here is that we'll Jet Energy onto the Natu. Put this into the active. We'll place the Rigid Band down onto the one that doesn't have any damage on it yet. And then what we can actually end up doing here is we can take the knockout onto Mimikyu. Perfect. Take the single prize. Cool, so we got another Judge. So even if he comes in and knocks out the Slowking here, it's completely fine because they're 3 energy. They're 3 energy attached. So, and we already have 3. We can place 1 more manually. Xatu onto the other one, and then so we'll knock this out, and then just look to boss up the Manaphy or the Radiant Greninja or whatever, and just take the knockout that way. And then what we'll make sure we do... Actually, we won't even need to boss. So I think what we actually end up doing is we just Judge here. I think that's the better play. So we attach the energy onto the active. We should one-shot to 40. Okay, so we're a little short. We'll Clairvoyant Sense. Place that down. Just 2 more energies. Since we're gonna be short, I actually want to just take this off. Since if we're not gonna one-shot anyway, we'll just remove them and just stop them from being able to attack on the next turn. What we can do now is we'll place the Natu down, and we'll just go ahead and judge here. Get the cards that they added with their Wise Headbutt out of the game, so that won't be really a threat at all. And we'll just hit for 210, and they'll need to find another energy in order to attack us. At least with Wise Headbutt. There's another Mimikyu. There's the Wise Headbutt, which is totally fine by us. And we're just going to look for the boss to get around Mimikyu. We're not even going to worry about, like, remaking a Xatu or something like that. This is an interesting deck, but I don't think it's a good one. But I think Slowking would be a fun card to kind of try to build around. I just don't think it can really do anything as its main weakness. We'll Clairvoyant Sense. Throw the energy down onto this one. And then we'll go ahead and just take the knockout here. We'll hit for 240. Yeah, I just don't think that it can do enough is really the biggest issue. There's a Pokemon League headquarters. So yeah, now like even if it takes us a turn or two, we just kind of sit here and wait for a boss. Doesn't really matter how many Mimikyu they play. But yeah, this game's coming to a close. We'll do one more after this. But has anybody else felt like this, that the ladder's been really, really weird over the last few days? I know that obviously like ranks reset, so you know everybody's kind of reclimbing. But I feel like the quality of gameplay has been really, really low the last few days. Like a lot of people just like either disconnecting or leaving or not playing. Quitting after like a single turn. The overall like quality of play has been pretty low as well for like games that have been stuck through. Oh cool, there's the boss. We'll bring up the Slowpoke just because. Knock that out. Cool. But yeah, I feel like the ladder's been really, really weird lately, and it's made kind of recording a little difficult just because I feel like it's been really hard to find like an actual good game. Like, a lot of the games are just kind of nothing. Our opponent just kind of quitting after a turn or two, or, like, not doing anything, or just, like, not making any form of, like, good play that just makes it so it's like, I'm not really winning, they're just losing. And so, yeah, it's been a little bit weird, but how's the ladder been for everybody else? Because I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it definitely feels weird. But, yeah, that's game... I think 3, but technically 2 because of the Quaxley thing. So we're going to go into one more game, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we're into the last game. We will be going first. We open an alright hand for that to happen. Not anything phenomenal, but not anything bad. So we got... Can Natu get to the board? Thank you. They have Greninja, so not ideal right off the gate. We're going to definitely want to look for a Manaphy. Unfortunately, we just can't look for Manaphy right now because we need Flittle on board and the ability to start drawing cards later. So that's going to have to wait. But what we can do... Okay, they get VIP as well. We're not in threat of a Greninja play yet, unless they're playing like no, there's nothing that they could play that would make us in threat for a Greninja play just yet. So that's good for us. We have like 2 turns before we need Manaphy on the board. Or a turn or so before we absolutely need Manaphy on the board. Oh. So, okay. They're playing Wug Trio, but with Greninja. That's okay. I'm not a huge fan of the Greninja in the deck, but that's fair. I guess you could use it to attack with if you really, really wanted. I don't really see why you would, but if that's what you wanted to do, you could. So we'll Clairvoyant Sense here. Put that down. We can put that down. We can put that down. Then what we can do is we can discard this and that, because we won't need those anymore. And now I actually don't believe we need Greninja anymore. Really don't think we do. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to draw 1 card and see if that changes my mind. Fog Crystal. It doesn't change my mind, but it does give me the ability to put an extra energy down. So we'll place that. Then what we can do, I think we Iono here. Draw ourselves 6 and change out their hand because they already had to discard to, to get an energy on board. We can go ahead and Fog Crystal here again for a second Flittle. And then we're going to pass our turn. So there's Wug Trio. So they can retreat into Wug Trio. They can't attack yet. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know this one got a shiny. Cool. Alright, that works out. So, we're about to be able to kind of get a lot done right now. So, what we can do is Clairvoyant Sense, energy down, draw 2 more. That isn't gonna matter, but we'll place it down for now anyway. We'll manually attach, and then we'll Clairvoyant Sense 1 more time. Place that down. Perfect. So now what we can do is we can retreat, go into our bird. We'll drop this, pull up the Wug, and then what we can do is Nest Ball. Pull out the Manaphy just in case they go for like an awkward Greninja play with like a reversal energy or something like that. I don't think they can actually reversal energy, so disregard that. But still. Actually, I just realized this too. This wasn't something that I was thinking about until right this very second. I don't think there's anything they can really do. Because if they go Wug, right? The Wug Trio's attack costs 3 energies. So if they reversal energy, we'll go Mew to make it easier for us to retreat. If they go Wug Trio, right? And we have Psychic Bird thing in, then it costs 4 energy. So they're going to need to place the water energy down on top of the reversal energy in order to, like, get anything done. So that's pretty cool. We'll hold on to the boss for now. But yeah, I think that's the game. So we'll knock that out. Yeah, because there's nothing Wug Trio won't even be able to attack. Because reversal energy is not going to matter. Yeah, they're going to need the energy and the reversal. I'm sorry, Wiglet. It's happened. It's become everything's come full circle. My Wiglet was sent to the slaughterhouse, and now this one, I have to do the same to it. I'm sorry, Wiglet. I'm sorry. We'll power up one more Flittle just in case they draw into like some absolute madness. We'll hold on to the crushing hammer. This is so tragic. This is so sad. We have the counter to the most fun deck in the game. I don't know, maybe. Wug Trio is a really, really fun deck. Might be one of the most like just fun decks to play. Unfortunately, we have the absolute answer, and there's not. They didn't draw incredibly well, but also we were in a situation that made it very easy for us to win. We run 4 jet energies, so like even if they got into Spite Ops and started using like capture catchers to move us around, we were always going to be able to come back in. So that game was going to be pretty easy for us regardless. But yeah, so that's game 4, something like that. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be the last game, guys. A little bit fun, but kind of underwhelming final game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the list. Definitely let me know what you guys think of the set as a whole for Paldean Fates. I personally thought it was okay. Not anything super great, but you know, it could definitely be worse. Kind of more of a collector set. Wish some of the new EXs we got were better, but this one's actually not that bad. But yeah, definitely let me know what you want to see next. If there's a list you want me to play, make sure to leave it in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.